the one, the only, Ben Sion.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Today we continue with Maseches Yoma. Mishnah is Dalet and Hay in the first parak. Mishnah Dalet says, "Kol shavas yamim la yumonim imenu meichal." Mishnah, the Kohen Gadol, when they separated him for 7 days, whatever food and drink he wanted, they would give it to him. Erev Yom Kippurim kashecha. However, right on the day before Yom Kippur, right when it was getting dark, the Sudam Hafsekes, lo yamanichan asel echal harbe. They didn't let him have a big Sudam Hafsekes. Mipnei shameichal mivei seshena. Because if you eat a lot of food, you'll fall asleep, and they really didn't want him to fall asleep at night, because if he fell asleep, he might emit semen and while he's sleeping, and then it would become puzzle for Bitame. You would not be allowed to do the avoda of the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur. Hey, Masrul Ziknei Beisin Ziknei Kahuna. Once the Ziknei Beisin, the Sanhedrin, were done with him, we learned in the previous Mishnayos they had certain things to tell him. They gave him over on Erev Yom Kippur to the elders, the Kohanim, that were regular Kohanim, but the elders had a lot of experience. They took him to a room, an attic, which was the place where they made the Ketores, to show him about the Ketores. One of the main avoda on Yom Kippur was bringing the Ketores in the Kodesh HaKodashim. Ve'ishpiyu v'nifteru v'halchu lahem. Ve'amru lo ishi kohen gadol anu shluchei beistin v'atar shlucheinu shliach beistin mashbian al alacha b'mish shichen shmo b'bayis hazeh shelo tishaneh davar mikol ma shamaru lach. Basically, they made him take a shvua that he's not going to follow like the Tzedukim. The Tzedukim argued with the Prushim. They argued with the fundamentalist approach to the Torah, and they understood that the way we understand the classical halacha is that the Ketores was burned inside the Kodesh HaKodashim. It says even kibanan terei al kaporos. Sounds like the Tzedukim learned that you put it in the Ketores, you burn in the Ketores outside the Kodesh HaKodashim, you bring it inside. But there's a different pasuk that says, so that's what the Prushim said. The Prushim said that's the correct way to do it. You go inside. The other pasuk you darshan differently, but that's the main place to do it, is inside of the Kodesh HaKodashim. That's how we paskin in the halacha. So they wanted to make sure, because in Bayis Sheni, a lot of the people, Kohanim Gedolim, were not tzaddikim. They just took the position by bribing the government, the Greek government or the Roman government that was presiding over Israel at that time. So they had to make him swear that he'd do it the right way, not like the Tzedukim. Who porishu bocha v'hein porishu bocha. And after they made him swear this, he cries that they suspected him, and they also cry they had to suspect him, because you're not supposed to suspect people of doing right. Someone who suspects people doing averos and they're really kosher, they're really not going to do the averos, you get malchus, you get a punishment happens to you. But apparently it was necessary, the Mishnah says, because they didn't want to do like Tzedukim. Stay tuned for Iyam Mitzion, where I discuss this line. I want to explain that line in light of what I talked about yesterday, Iyam Mitzion, about the difference between Kohen Gadol and the rest of the Kohanim. Iyam Mitzion coming up next.